I like to say I turn injured pets into bionic pets. Camel, sheep, goat, deer, llama, even elephants. I made prosthetics for them all. 3 years ago, I made the world's first 3D printed prosthetics for a dog named Derby. Earlier this year, I was in Spain fitting the first bionic ram. Next week, I'll be in Phoenix treating a dog named Chi-Chi. He's a meat trade survivor who got all 4 legs cut off. Next month, I'll be in Botswana helping an injured African elephant. This job has definitely brought me on some major journeys. You know, a lot of people ask me, isn't it so sad treating injured or abused animals every day? Honestly, it's the best job in the world. I get to view the greatness of an animal, their true spirit, their perseverance, the moment when they walk again, sometimes for the first moment in their lives. I get to meet the incredible caregivers of these animals and witness their emotions when essentially their family members get to walk again, get to wag their tail in happiness, and just get to act like a normal dog. I gotta tell you, it's the best feeling in the world. You know, there are not a lot of people that do what I do, and sometimes it's a lot on my shoulders. I've helped nearly 20,000 injured animals with prosthetic devices. And unfortunately, I can't help them all. My story began 15 years ago when I entered into the human orthotics and prosthetics industry. You see, I went to school to help people. And then one day, a vet brought a dog into my human facility that I was working at, and this dog didn't have one of his front legs. I said to myself, wow, I have never seen this before. And why? Why aren't there prosthetics for animals? I ended up helping this dog walk again, and when I saw him walk again for the first time, it was such an incredible feeling. I knew I was hooked, and that's how I started Animal Ortho Care. And it was the best decision of my life. Sorry. I have helped so many animals since then, and like I said, I can't help them all. In fact, I get tons of phone calls and emails every day about dogs I just can't help for one reason or another. Some of these dogs just won't take to a device, or they aren't candidates and they end up being euthanized. This isn't supposed to be a sad story, so let's focus on one of my great patients. One day I got a call about a dog, Hudson. Hudson, as a puppy, was pinned to railroad tracks and left for dead. His paws were actually nailed to the tracks as a 3-week-old puppy. When Hudson was found, he was in such rough shape, they didn't think he would survive the ride back to the shelter. A very kind man named Richard adopted Hudson, and when he brought him home, he said he would have nightmares about the tragic event when an awful man cut off his paw. From what happened to him, he had a really hard time trusting anyone. Richard knew something had to change for him, and that's when he contacted me. Hudson really couldn't get around at the time, so I traveled up to New York, where I attempted to fit him with a new leg. Trust me when I say, fitting prosthetics for animals isn't easy. I tried and tried, and I kept on failing. I couldn't make anything work. It was really frustrating. It was like one of those patients I feared because some of these dogs I just can't help, and I just didn't want that to happen to Hudson. So I completely re-engineered the device and made something like I had never done before. I kept saying to myself, Please work for this dog. He deserves a great life. I cross my fingers every time I fit a prosthesis to an animal, hoping that they'll take to it. Putting on this new leg, this is where we all watched Hudson run for the very first time in his life. It was a miracle moment. Hudson was like a whole new dog. It was like he was saying, I am free. It really opened up to my eyes to what I can do for other dogs with similar extreme issues, and taught me to never give up on these animals and their willingness to adapt. Hudson is a thriving dog now, and he has a purpose in life to help others as a therapy dog. He actually won Therapy Dog of the Year. This is one of the greatest transformations from injured pet to bionic pet I can think of. A real-life superhero. I like to think he trusted people again, and his faith in humanity was finally restored. Hudson is such a comeback story. How a dog who has suffered like this in the hands of humans still has confidence in other humans. How you can overcome what life does to you, what other beings do to you, just with love and affection. It's such an amazing thing to witness. When I first started animal ortho care, people thought I was crazy. Prosthetics for pets? I want to tell you, I had a vision to help animals unlike many had ever thought of or had done before. A vision to give animals the same kind of treatments that people have. I would have never expected my dream to become a reality like it is today, and I want to thank you, all the people out there, all the animal lovers, for bridging the gap between people and animals. For caring for animals like you do, and treating them like family members. Thank you for being on this incredible journey with me in raising awareness about this industry and showing people that prosthetics for animals is a real thing, and most importantly, an invaluable treatment option for animals. So keep loving your pets, and I will do my part in giving them a second chance in life, just like Hudson. Thank you.